How far would you go to win in Formula One? Pushing the limits of speed is one thing, but what about the limits of ethics? Was the night of Singapore 2008 a miracle or the greatest heist in Formula One history? Fernando Alonso, who secured back-to-back championships with Renault in 2005 and 2006, had returned to the team in 2008 after a failed stint at McLaren. However, the season was not going well for him. In the first 14 races, Alonso hadn't seen a single podium and had gathered only 28 points. His teammate, Piquet Jr., had only 13 points, though he had managed a podium finish in Germany. September 27, 2008, Marina Bay, Singapore, one day before Formula One's first ever night race. During the second session of qualifying, Alonso was forced to retire due to a fuel problem. He would start the race in 15th place, just one spot ahead of his teammate, Piquet Jr. During the race, Alonso climbed to 11th but dropped to last place after a pit exit following what seemed like a questionable pit stop strategy. Then, on lap 14, Nelson Piquet Jr. spun out at the exit of turn 17 and hit the wall. The safety car was deployed. Alonso, who had just pitted, suddenly found himself in 5th place. As the drivers ahead of him served various penalties, he went on to win the race. At first glance, everything looked normal, didn't it? A racing accident followed by a victory. Many were skeptical at the time, but the event was written off as luck. That changed in 2009 when Renault fired Piquet Jr. shortly after. Piquet went to the FIA and confessed everything. "I was ordered to crash." Piquet had intentionally stayed on the throttle instead of lifting during the turn. This wasn't a standard driver error. Even the location of the crash had been predetermined. Turn 17 had no runoff area and was the hardest spot for a crane to reach. But why did Piquet do it? Alonso was unhappy at Renault and considering leaving. The team didn't want to lose him. Meanwhile, Piquet Jr., the son of the legendary Nelson Piquet, felt his seat was in jeopardy and didn't want to be crushed under the weight of his father's name. To keep his place in the team, he followed orders. While his psychological state provides context, it certainly doesn't justify the act. Following the scandal, the Renault F1 team admitted to the charges. As punishment, Renault was handed a 2-year ban from F1, though it was suspended on the condition that they commit no further violations. The masterminds behind the plan paid a heavier price. Team principal Flavio Briatore was banned from Formula One for life, and technical director Pat Symonds received a 5-year ban. And what about Fernando Alonso? Investigations found no concrete evidence that he knew about the plan. However, the fact that a driver starting 15th entered the pits on lap 12, a move that defied all logic, only for his teammate to crash at the most inconvenient spot just 2 laps later, left the world asking, did Alonso really not know? Then there is Felipe Massa. For Massa, the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix wasn't just a lost race, it was likely a lost world championship. When Piquet Jr. hit the wall, Massa was leading the race and had everything under control. However, the infamous safety car period triggered absolute chaos in the Ferrari garage. Massa finished the night in 13th place with 0 points. His rival, Lewis Hamilton, finished on the podium, securing vital points. By the end of the season, Hamilton defeated Massa by just a single point to become champion. If Renault hadn't executed that dirty plan, the safety car wouldn't have been deployed, and Massa would likely have won the race and the 2008 World Championship. Crashgate remains the greatest scandal in racing history, a moment where the innocence of speed and passion was lost.